Hi, I'm Miss Kathy, and I'm the instructor for Masterpieces for Children. This is a fine art class for children aged 6 to 12, at all levels. Those who draw all the time and can't stop drawing, as well as those who just have an interest in exploring different recreational activities. So I have 4 basic subjects I explore: basic design, perspective, figurative art with animals, and figurative art with people. Today, I'm going to demonstrate the basic design project. These projects switch every semester, so your child will take the class 4 times consecutively and not have repeated projects. So, basic design geometry. Pretend that this is a piece of paper. You don't have to put this rectangle on your paper. That's just to show you that's my piece of paper. I'm going to have you draw 6 or more geometric shapes. And a geometric shape for this class will be any shape that you use a ruler or a circle to draw. It's called mechanical drawing. You can draw regular geometric shapes like triangles, rectangles. You can also draw irregular geometric shapes. So that would be polygons. You can also use circles. I bring these in. One or more of your geometric shapes has to be overlapped. Overlap means you put a shape on top of a shape and you still can see both shapes. One or more of your geometric shapes has to be peekabooed. Sorry I haven't used that word, but I used to use over A and it got too confusing. So one shape behind another shape. One or more of your 6 or more geometric shapes has to be bleeding off. So a bleed off shape is a shape that goes off the edge of the paper. Now one of the rules of the project is we need to fill the whole paper. We can't leave emptiness on our paper. So I'm going to put one more on here. So this person could be considered ready to raise their hand for color. All right, so here's the drawing that's already done and approved of. So these are oil pastels, which is what we use in here. And my students will each get a big basket of them. If one needs to be sharpened, the best way to sharpen it is just to rub it on this paper towel. Also cleans it off in case somebody did color mixing with it. Each shape gets its own color. So all these overlap shapes will have to be made of lots of different colors. So I'll do the first technique, color mixing. Color mixing is you just put a color down and then you put another color on top. You can mix as many colors together as you want. You could even mix 3 or 4 colors together, 5 or 6, however many. It's all experimental. The only thing I'd ask on this project is that we don't use the same color twice, because you could mix infinite numbers of colors, with even just 5 or 6 colors. But you see, we have way more than 5 or 6. So that's color mixing. The second technique you will be required to do is called color scratching. So color scratching is this. You put color on a shade, press hard. You don't want the white paper to be showing through. And then you select a darker color to put on top. I'll use this dark purple. Press hard. Then you're going to take a pen. These pens don't have any ink left. And when I run out of the ink, I recycle them to they become a scratch tool. However, any sharp pointed thing would work, even the edge of a ruler. And you can scratch anything you want in the scratch technique. It doesn't even have to be geometric. It could be whatever you want. Characters, letters, I don't know, video game, people, whatever your heart desires. I'm just going to scratch a pattern in here. Some people could even do scribbly type scratch. It actually feels like you're doing a little bit of a wood carving, but without all the mess and power equipment. Okay, so that's scratch technique. The third technique you will be required to do today is called blending. Blending is this. You put a color on part of a shape, and then we put another color on the other part of the shape. See this? There's 3 different methods of blending, and I'll just go over all 3, why not? Because I don't have students here today, I just have you. The first technique is to wrap a paper towel around your finger and to mush it together, and it creates a gradation from dark to light. Kind of looks like a shadow or water. It's really a nice technique for creating shadows when we do realism. Today's project is abstract. That means it's not a picture of anything real. It's just shapes. The next technique for blending, I'll blend on this little crescent shape right here. Is just to don't use the paper towel. Just use your fingers. Some people love to get dirty. It's okay to get dirty in the art class. There's no way to avoid it. We have soap, we can wash our hands at the end. So that's just directly with the finger. It gets a different look to it. The third method, and the method that's the least dirty, get your hands the least dirty, is on blending, is to put the color on one half of the shape, and put the other color on the other part of the shape. Then you would just take the lighter of the 2 colors and sort of overlap it in a circular type pattern, and it creates a type of a blend. Oil pastels can sometimes be made to look like oil paint if you press really hard and you put a lot on. There even used to be a product years ago called oil sticks, and it was basically oil paint in a crayon formation. So, to review, color mixing on one shape or more, color scratching on one shape or more, and blending on one shape or more. Okay? Now, I'll make a mistake, just so you know, mistakes can be corrected. Oh dear, I just made a mistake. Oh, I painted 2 shapes the same color, and that's not allowed on this project. So what I'm going to do is, the beauty of it is, I can use the color mixing technique to change the color of this shape right here. So I will do that. Oh, and that even makes it look like a color I didn't even know I was going to get. I love that color. So art can be very, very adventurous and unexpected. So basically, this person would take the rest of the hour to finish this project. And this is the final product, 2 examples of it. And you can clearly see we have a scratching technique here, blending right here. We have color mixing right here. And on this one, here's a good scratch right here. Here's a scratch. Here's a blend. It's got 3 colors blended there. And there's a color mix. So my students can use techniques on all their shapes that they want, or they could just do one of each, whichever they prefer. Some people just want to get into just plain coloring, others want to experiment. Whoever you are, it's fine. And you'll take home a beautiful geometric design. And some parents of my kids actually frame it.